Okay, so this is the basic punching drill, right? And so you start off with punches, and you're both kind of punching into the center line, trying to keep to the center, and you're not trying to stop the punch, but you're just trying to dissipate the force of it, right? In a relaxed way. So there's a little bit of power in the punch, but the punch is to dissipate that. And then we move into some of the other tools, like now I'm doing Mansau. So I do maybe about 10 Mansaus, right? So I can kind of get used to that idea. And then maybe I do Wusaus. And right now we're doing opposite arm, okay? Which most of these are, okay? And then we can go from Wusau to Busau, or Buji, intercept. And so you're still punching. Yep.
Okay.
And then I can go Bongsaus. See, and then that's opposite arm. And then all I have to do is wait for the same arm to come again when they punch, and then I'm on same arm. Right? So then I can practice some of the tools on same arm, or go back to opposite arm, like for Tonsau. Right? And then same arm for Tonsau, right? Same arm for Folksau. And then opposite arm, right? Where I just wait for the next punch and just kind of keep doing the same tool, right? So then it will move me to either opposite arm or same arm, okay? And then of course, then we do Pak Saus as well. And this is more of just a Pak Sau that's a little more straight, forward.
Shit.
Yep. And then back to Busau, Tonsau, Bongsau, Folksaus, right? And you can kind of switch it up where it's opposite arm or same arm. Now if she's punching more lower, right, then I can do some Jomsau, same arm, you know, like we do with the tools. Or I can do the Jomsau opposite arm. So I angle it a little bit better, different. Because on the same arm, the Jomsau is more straight. On the opposite, it's a little more angled, right? Kind of like what we're doing in Silam Tao, right? And so then if she punches high, you know, then that would be the next move in Silam Tao, you know, from our movement there. But again, and then if she punches a little bit higher, I can even use Folksaus against a higher punch, right? Or Tonsau, Buji, or Busau, maybe even some Wusaus that are kind of up high. Then as it becomes more in the middle, Tonsau's again, and maybe Paksaus, right? And then back to punches, right? So now I'm punching, okay? And then you do like Mansaus, and you still want to make sure you're making contact, that you're keeping the center line kind of filled good. And so when you want to go to same arm, then you just use the same thing twice. And see, when you do the same arm twice, then it makes it go from opposite arm to same arm, right? And then of course, one of the latest things that we started doing is to just use one arm. So you use one arm, and of course I punch with both. And then what you do, April, is you just pick whatever tool you want to use and kind of, you know, go across, and it can be same arm, opposite arm, you know. And so what you'll find is certain tools tend to work good in combinations with each other.
I'm terrible at this.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so use that arm now. And so then what this does is, if you can take care of both of my attacking arms with one, then your other hand is basically free to hit me, right? So that's why I like this drill where you can only use one hand, okay? So if you're punching and I'm using one hand, right, and you punch with both, then I'm going to move back and forth, whatever kind of seems to make sense, you know, in the moment from the time. And the the least amount that I can move, the better, right?
Oh,
So
shit.
if I can,
I'm the
and
worst
if she
puncher.
does punch low or high, then I have to still adjust
I'm
to
trying to
that
switch
with
it
the
up.
one hand, right? So you find that Pak, Tan, Bong work really good together, you know, from maybe a Tan, then circle to a folk sao, works really good. From a folk sao, a Bong can work. From doing a Tan, coming back the other way, the folk sao. Using a Pak from Tan. So, and then using the other hand. So it takes a minute to kind of figure out how you want to do these. But, you know, basically all the punches are coming from the center and staying to the center, right? And so then if a punch kind of swings a little more wide, then that's where you'd have to really kind of move the tool a little bit more and whatever shortcut you can take, right? Because we don't really want to attack and just chase hands, but for this drill, we're just trying to take care of both of their attacks with just one hand, right?
Oh.
So, okay.